Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your singles love reading for Aries. What does Aries need to know? Clarity, please. Aries singles. All right, I see the Three of Cups. Yeah, I got a couple single people, friends of friends. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, some of you are just letting people know you're open and available. Definitely it's an energy of someone who's single. I see two single people, friends of friends. Interesting. Acquaintances. There we have. This is an energy of someone making a commitment here. It's a person who wants to build. Someone's laying the foundation. They want to build. Wow. Saying to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. So you already know the answers you're seeking. It's about building. But I definitely can feel you have a single person in this social circle. Let me just look at this Three of Cups because I have a funny feeling. Someone here may not have put in some effort at some point, though, because who is the Three of Cups? Who are these people? Yeah, it's all about releasing, but this is also the feelings being mutual. See, mutual friends, friends of friends. So, yeah, interesting. But there is a situation here that you may be looking at that isn't in your best interest. Something may not be in your best interest here because of friends of friends. Because of that. But it's about letting it go. But yet on the other hand, there's hope here. Let's have a look at the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so there could have been a third party or just somebody who's involved with someone else in the social circle. So there's been some hurt feelings possibly here. Yeah, but yet we have a person who wants to build because I do feel someone keeping it all in. See, this could be yourself just keeping it in, keeping things to yourself here. Tell me about the Star. Yeah, it has to do with two people. See, there's some desire and attraction, two people who are attracted to each other. But I do feel this energy of a person who, there's single energy. Someone who has everything they need. But there's definitely been some sort of hurt. Possibly some of you have dealt with a third party. So it could be where you feel this situation doesn't serve because there could be someone who's been involved with someone else that you already know. Yeah, or they know. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's all about harmony. It's about being fair. It's whether someone's right for someone or not, but it is about harmony between two people. Why is the Three of Swords here? Yeah, so someone who doesn't want to make the same mistakes as they did before. See, being involved with someone who's in the social circle, somebody who's dated someone else, but there's a lot of thinking. It's two people thinking about each other. It's all about making, I feel, to me it looks as though whether someone's right for someone or not, but it is about harmony between two people connecting. There's definitely some desire and attraction. But it's about building, two people who should be building each other up. But it's a person who doesn't want to repeat mistakes of the past. See, it has to do with hurt, possible third party. Yeah, tell me about justice. Somebody here wasn't fair. Yeah, so I do see an energy of a relationship, a commitment coming apart. Someone's entered a relationship. Yeah, a marriage possibly, or just a committed relationship. Yeah, so this is an energy of... it's finished. Someone's ending something. And it could be with someone who's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I do see that. I also see some Gemini energy, some Aquarius energy. See, there's harmony for some reason between two, but it's an energy of someone who doesn't want to repeat mistakes of the past. See, getting trapped in a situation or third party. So it's a person who's ending something. And it has to do with the pentacle here because now we have a pentacle coming in. It has to do with commitment. Yeah, two people likely coming apart. But it's before this can go anywhere. See, as someone looking at a situation, this can't go anywhere. So if you are in that energy, I feel it is an energy of ending. There is an ending. But it has to do with a situation that I feel the situation doesn't serve. This can't go anywhere because somebody who was married to someone or in a committed relationship with someone in this situation. It could be a family situation. Yeah. So one of these situations literally can't go anywhere. And it is often two people going their separate ways. Yeah, see, it's about building a foundation. See, this one of these situations didn't go anywhere because a person didn't make a commitment. So it's about not repeating mistakes of the past. So somebody has to end a situation before they can commit or lay a foundation. Tell me about I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. Your intuition's guiding you, telling you. Okay? So you're probably keeping this to yourself. Just watch out for, I do see the energy of privacy, what someone's thinking, their thoughts, but what goes on between two people stays between two people. So there could have been some secrets here. But I feel like you're trusting your intuition. Yeah, you're being careful what you're manifesting. See, there's desire and attraction, two people wanting to connect, but it's about whatever happened before, not allowing it to happen again. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. It's about getting caught up in a situation. See, it's a self-imposed trap. Yeah, it could be someone who comes back around and does the same thing. It doesn't go anywhere. So really, that's where I feel no commitment. It never goes anywhere. Yeah, but it is about two other people coming together. Yeah, it's all about choosing the one, someone manifesting what they desire. So there's definitely a physical attraction. I do see the need to cooperate and compromise the things you have in common. Yeah, but I feel we have two people who just aren't in alignment. And that's what it is. They're not in alignment. Two people who aren't right for each other. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, your intuition's guiding you. It's about going down a new path. It's about what you're manifesting, what you desire, the right person, the one. Yeah, because someone has all the tools, the information. Someone here already knows. So you probably already know. If it's not you, it's this other person, but it is about two people coming together. See, two people who bring something to the table. They lift each other up. They build each other up. They cooperate and compromise. Yeah, so you've got some new energy. Wow. See, this is someone feeling really happy inside. You know why? Because the High Priestess is here. Someone's feeling happy, keeping it to themselves. See, it's an energy of, it could be someone coming back around. Maybe they ended a situation and now the two of you can go down this path together. But like I say, really be careful what you get caught up in. One of these situations may not serve you. It may not be in your best interest. Okay? But there is interest. And somebody here wants to get you alone. You can see two people making a choice. Somebody wanting to get you alone. But it's what goes on between you stays between you. Yeah. And there we have Temperance. Someone taking a little step back. See, it's about everything just being calm. It's an energy of trying something different, doing things differently. See, it's where you know. See, you can't put your finger on it. You know something is just off. So trust your intuition. If it feels off, it is. Because I feel if this is someone coming back around, it's likely not going to go anywhere. Because it has to do with someone who needs to lay the foundation. Now, there is an energy of three people. So if you have some sort of choice, one of these is not like the other. Okay? But if you can't put your finger on something, really be careful what you choose here. Yeah. So there's the High Priestess again, trusting your intuition. See, two people keeping things to themselves. I see privacy. Someone here wants to get you alone, but I also see happiness and joy. Someone's keeping it in. They're not saying anything. Yeah, you got a person coming in to ask you out. It's telling you to look before you leap, to reflect on this. This person, the one who it never goes anywhere. They just want to be single. but it's someone who may have hurt you, maybe fooled you once, twice, 3 times. Yeah, reflect on that. It's telling you to remember that. You have the information within you. Something that never goes anywhere. Yeah, it's all about an ending, but I also feel some of you have a person who's ending a situation with someone here who I feel they're not in alignment. Tell me about the Two of Wands. Yeah, we got someone. It's a person who generally speaks truth. I see Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy in someone's chart more than likely. It could be a person. This is generally a stable person. They're financially stable. They're single. But it's often someone who just wants to be single. And that's why I feel it doesn't go anywhere. So be careful of repeating mistakes of the past. See, someone who's hurt you a few times. It could be just once, but it has to do with reflecting on it. Fool me once, twice, 3 times. So I do see somebody coming in to speak truth. See, it's about 2 people coming apart, but it's about laying the foundation. Who is this person? Some of you have been through this. To me looks like some of you have had a couple people who've done this. It never goes anywhere. Yeah, but you can see a person here. It has to do with someone's morals, values, lifestyle. See, being on the same page. 2 people just not on the same page. You're not in alignment. So it is someone who, but this is a person who comes across as kind of cold. They're skeptical. This is someone kind of skeptical here, but it's a person learning something. They've learned something. So they might know who this person is, but, and it could be the same person. Who knows? We'll see. Because people come in different energies. But to me, I see 2. There's an energy of 3. So it has to do with choices. Now, if you got someone who ended things with you and they, with yourself to start something new, or it's someone ending with this person. I see a Scorpio. Is somebody ending a situation with a Scorpio? Or someone with Libra energy. Someone who's just not right. They're not in alignment. Just be very careful. Look before you leap, Aries, because like I say, it's about you reflecting on this. If you take a risk with this person, chances are whatever happened before could happen again. Because it has to do with someone, it's about whether someone's faithful or loyal. Now, the King of Swords is learning something. It has to do with someone's lifestyle habits, the way they conduct themselves. It's a person who I do feel, it has to do with loyalty, and I do feel this is someone going to tell you the truth. It has to do with building the foundation. It has to do with making a commitment. Yeah, it has to do with the person being responsible, reliable. Yeah. Someone blaming. See, I'm going to tell you right now, if you take a leap of faith with this person, this has to do with somebody, you only have yourself to blame, put it that way. If you take a risk with this person, you only have yourself to blame. Now, it could be someone giving you advice, but I do feel like you have a person here who is loyal and faithful. But they might be feeling like you're just not on the same page. It could be your lifestyle habits and things like this. See, this has to do with, now, and I do see a person here who could kind of handle anything that comes their way. But it has to do with someone who wasn't reliable, wasn't stable. It has to do with someone who needs to step up to the plate here. Yeah, and there it is, the Wheel of Fortune, the cycle. So someone's ended a cycle and someone's life's over. But it has to do with the timing. So it could have to do with the timing between 2 people. Wheel of Fortune is timing. And usually with this, the timing is now. Someone needs to take a leap of faith. But yeah, I feel too, this is someone getting off that emotional roller coaster. See, is something on and off. It never goes anywhere. They never commit. But I feel if you have a choice here, it has to do with someone being faithful. But they're learning this. Yeah, someone's learning this. Someone here is speaking a truth. This is someone who wants things to go in their favor, too. You can see taking a step back, seeing things from a whole different light. Yeah, there's an energy of curiosity. Someone's shining a light. It has to do with someone who doesn't step up to the plate. They're not reliable. I think you have a person here who wants to be single, but they don't want to be relied on. Somebody's got a lot of weight on their shoulders, a lot of responsibility. So I do feel this energy of someone, it's all about someone being responsible. But I feel like someone here, possibly, you got someone here who's maybe not telling you the whole truth. So really watch that. But I do see a person, I do see a reason to celebrate. I see somebody wanting to build with you. But it's about putting in effort. I mean, maybe they felt that you weren't reliable or weren't stable. But to me, it's just a person. See, it's sort of the blame, someone blaming someone. But I think we have a person who's blaming themselves, because it's like they shouldn't have started something until they ended another situation. But I do feel that there's two people here. Yeah, this is a different person. Somebody who's faithful and loyal, they speak truth, but it's making sure you're on the same page. Yeah, it's a person, this person's curious, shining a light on this. Yeah. And it is the Wheel of Fortune, so it has to do with timing. But it also has to do with this cycle. See, it has to do with good luck timing. Tell me about this Page of Swords. Yeah, it's a person ending a painful period in their life. It's over. So someone letting go of some baggage here too, and that's another thing, releasing this baggage. But I do feel some of you have a person here who just wants to be single. They don't want to be responsible for someone else. And then you, because I feel that's over. Yeah, someone's cutting someone out too. This is somebody else. It could be this person, but like I say, it feels like they're cutting someone out. And now it has to do with being able to lay the foundation, be able to make a commitment. You know, it could be, this is someone who's kind of, see, reminiscing. It's telling you to look at how this is all played out. Look for those clues and answers. You already know the answers you're seeking. It's going to have to do with children. It is reminiscing, someone missing someone. Be very careful of someone who keeps doing the same thing. And I feel there's a little obsession where someone can't stop thinking about a person here. But it has to do with the situation that ended, a marriage, a commitment. Someone needs to end a situation before they start something here too. But it is about laying the foundation, making a commitment, putting in effort. It has to do with somebody here who wants to build. Yeah, it's all about coming in right. See, it's all about harmony. Yeah, I think we have someone here who just wasn't right for someone. They just weren't right. They weren't on the same page. It's lifestyle, the way someone conducts themselves. I do see someone who's a single parent. For some, but others of you, it's just reminiscing. And that's more than likely yourself. What happened, how this all played out. Yeah, it's all about being fair and harmony. You're going to weigh the pros and the cons. And I do think it's somebody who was either juggling between you and someone else, or they just couldn't make up their mind. This is often an internal struggle. See, maybe someone comparing you to someone else. See, where nothing compares. But if you had a person who was back and forth between two people and they weren't telling you, because often the Page of Swords is curiosity, but it's also a person who doesn't always tell you everything. So I do think you're going to get some truth. And if you have two people and you're comparing one to the other, this person doesn't compare to this other person. Okay? They're smart. This is someone who's swords up a bit. They're skeptical. See, it's what they've experienced. See, this is what someone's experienced before. And you can see an ending. So there's endings. So one of these situations is whatever happened before is going to happen again. It'll just end. It won't go anywhere. But you have an opportunity. Every ending has to do with a new beginning. So this is all about something new. Look at that. It showed right up in place. Interesting how that come out, you see. So this is all about high vibrational positive ending. And see, this is something, and maybe you did this. You took a chance with this person and they did the same thing. See, fool me once, twice, three times. And it could be someone who's telling you the truth, that they kind of, they're ending a situation, but this is Some of you might even be feeling stabbed in the back by someone because it's, to me, it's someone who's not telling someone everything. But I do see shining a light, looking for clarity. So I do think you're going to get some truth and clarity, but I don't think it's from this other person. And if it is them, like I say, it'll probably end. It's about being open to something new, someone who's different than usual type. Some of you have a type. Now, they could be different signs, but they have that quality. Look for the quality, okay? How a person comes in. It's the way they come in. People who are just ending situations, and when you connect with people who are going through divorces, it's not quite over. Yeah. So you're going to get some clarity, but there's something here that's going to make you very happy. And I do see new and going down a path with someone more compatible. I think you're just not compatible with someone. It's like you're just different. You're not on the same page. And it's probably your lifestyle, the way you live your life. I do see someone possibly selling a home. Possibly buying a new home, building a new foundation. So I wouldn't be surprised some of you have a person who comes in who's doing this and they make a commitment. But like I say, it's saying to trust your intuition. I do feel it's an energy of there is a spark, there is desire, there is an attraction. And if you are comparing one to the other, these two people don't actually compare. Okay? If it feels off, look before you leap. And that's something I feel that's happened, learning to look before you leap. Yeah, because there is a person coming in asking you out. But I think you got a person who some of you have a person who just wants to date, right? They don't want to make any commitment, and that's where I feel one of these people is different. They'll actually make a commitment. Yeah, someone who steps up to the plate, heeding the call. So I do feel like there's a decision. Somebody here is making a decision. If you feel something is off, please trust your intuition. It's going to try to guide you here. Okay? And I do see someone following their heart. But I also see someone a little bit fickle. When I see that with judgment, being a little fickle. It's a person who can often change their mind, or they just get these thoughts in their head. Tell me about this King of Swords, because I do see someone shining a light, looking for clarity, seeing truth in a situation, but I feel like someone here wasn't telling you everything. And then you've got this person who speaks truth, somebody with good morals and values. See, it's about shared values. And it is lifestyle. It's about learning. It has to do with commitment. See, laying the foundation. One of these people will commit. The other person, the exact same thing's going to happen again. Yeah, see, this person's cup runneth over. It's someone who's ready for a fresh new start. So I wouldn't be surprised some of you have a person who's ending things. Why? Because they have to come in right. This other person didn't come in right. Could be just timing. But like I feel, you're just not on the same page. It's your lifestyles, it's your values, your morals. Yes, the King of Swords comes across as cold. They're kind of skeptical. But see, internally, the cup runneth over. I think it's someone cutting someone else out. See, it's like you got a person coming in, then you got another person cutting someone else out. They're curious. But this is a person who I feel... I don't feel like this is someone who's committed to someone. But it is about doing the right thing. It's all about being fair and the harmony between you. Yeah, tell me about this Ace of Cups. See, this is a fresh new start, a resurgence of love. Someone's ready to follow their heart. But watch out for that person who's fickle. Somebody's fickle, like they just want to date, and it is someone following their heart at the time, but it's a page or a knight. Knights aren't kings, okay? So this is about making a decision. If it feels off, it feels off. Somebody here wants a do-over. They want a reconciliation. But it's someone who's never going to really step up to that plate. It's someone else here, yeah. See, it's making choices, choosing wisely. Harmony between two people. You work together, you team up. Two people who share responsibilities, they help each other, they're there for each other. And that's what it is. This other person's someone who'll likely never be there for you. You'll never be able to rely on them. And it could be someone who comes in here and there, and they're kind of there for you at times, but they're still not going to commit. See, this painful period in your life is over. And I do feel it has to do with someone who probably ended things. The timing wasn't right. I mean, it's understandable, right? It's understandable, you know. But like I say, you've got this choice to make, and it's whether one of these isn't in your best interest. It's a person, I feel, who has their own best interest at heart. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the energy of the page. Someone who's curious, but they don't follow through. They're not reliable. See, one of these people you can't... They don't want to be relied on, put it that way. That's what it is. See, they're not reliable. They won't be there when you need them. One of them may be more stable than the other. But the King of Swords is someone here speaking a truth. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Their cup runneth over. It's how someone's feeling inside. That internal energy, internal change. And it could be someone comparing you to another person. But I feel a lot of this is yourself. These two people don't compare. Yeah, nothing compares to the right person, right? Tell me more about this Temperance energy. Yeah, see, some of you have been waiting, trying to be patient. Now I feel the ship has sailed. It's too late. It's all about stepping up to the plate. One of these people absolutely will not. Well, they might come in, but they're not telling you everything. It's a person who doesn't even really know what they want. They may even have choices too. So tell me about the Death card. Yeah, see, it's somebody selling a house or a home. Someone's selling something here. Or ending a... moving, relocating even too. But, yeah. I feel there's a situation that's run its course here, to be honest. And I do see someone making a decision to sell their home. I see a large purchase, purchasing a new home. Yeah. You got an Emperor. See, waiting for the Emperor. The Emperor's the one, right? This is the thing. But you do have a person, I feel, who makes up excuses. See, anybody who comes in, always look at how something starts. If they come in telling you a story, poor me, pity party, or they start making excuses right away, if you need their help or you want something, you know, and they have excuses or they just don't follow through, that's right where that's what you should be looking at. You already know the answers you're seeking. One of these people is you're just not in alignment with, they're not right for you, they're not confident. They have a story, the feel sorry for me card. See, the Emperor doesn't come in that way. The Emperor comes in right. The Emperor's someone who calculates. They often come across as cold. They're very discerning because of the things they've experienced before. But this is a new emotional experience for this person too. Yeah, you got someone coming in to tell you the truth too. It is about their house, home, their financial foundation. Somebody here is quite comfortably well off. Yeah, but it isn't. Oh, look at that. See, it's about the two of you connecting. So you have choices. So it's about the two of you coming together, having a conversation. They want to connect. Someone wants to get together. This could be this is the building of the foundation, making a commitment. But I also see someone here to do with schedules, routines. It's someone who has a lot on their plate. They got a lot going on. So I see schedules and routines. Yeah, it's an energy of someone who plans something. Yeah, see, there's necessary changes. Someone's making the necessary changes. Others of you have someone who will never change. They just are who they are. But the world is all about, when you see that with the Hierophant, it's structural changes, lifestyle changes that need to be made. See, someone here is never going to change. Yeah, I see a person moving, relocating. Maybe it's yourself. But here's the interesting energy, is this person builds a foundation. I see someone selling a home, buying a home. A person's heeding the call, stepping up to the plate. I do see healing. Someone's overcome a lot too. It's a person who's overcome a lot. Chaos, conflict, a lot of drama. And this could actually be the person. Someone who creates a lot of drama. And I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm not saying that these people are drama. They're not all. But that's where I feel. But it is an energy of competition. One thing about the Emperor, they're not afraid of the competition. I do think this is a person overcome a lot of challenges and obstacles. I also see someone being a little jealous. That's where I feel the jealousy, the drama. Yeah. But it is an energy of out with the old and in with the new. Someone's overcome a lot. This is a person taking action. And I feel the person who comes in, they speak truth. They take accountability for their actions. It's a person who doesn't blame you. They probably blame themselves if you had some issues, but that's the energy, being accountable. But I do see a lot of drama here for sure, and possibly competition. Yeah, so someone pride getting in the way. It has to do with now this is also an energy of someone who's playing the field. They don't really know what they want, and that's where I feel the issues is. Somebody who's playing the field. They want to date other people. It's a person who doesn't want to commit. So, yeah. Because it is pride. Someone's pride. It's someone who doesn't want to provide. They only have enough for themselves. To me, it's just someone who doesn't want to have to be accountable to someone. It's a person enjoying their single life. So this is also an energy of breaking free. Look at, there's competition. Yeah, some of you are about to get some attention here, but I'm going to tell you this emperor is not afraid of the competition, not at all. Wow. Who is this person? Who is this emperor? Yeah, someone who cooperates, compromise, somebody who wants to build with you. They want to come together. They want to spend time with you. They want to be with you. Yeah, they have a lot of skills too. They're very capable. Tell me about this person. What else do we need to know about the Emperor? It looks like it's them cutting someone out, ending a situation because of drama, conflict, chaos, ending a relationship, buying a home, selling a home, moving, relocating. They want to go down this path. They want to get together with you. Yeah, they do. They know a good thing when they see it. I do think this is someone who gets chased. They have a lot of opportunities, but there's no one like you. Wow. Okay, I see what's going on. And then the star comes out again, which tells me the feelings being mutual. See, I wonder if there's people who know people too, and often people who date someone else in a social circle don't like to date another person. And it could be a family, because I do see family. See, one thing about emperors, they expect loyalty, loyal friends, family. But I feel like some of you have a person here who, and it could be someone telling you a truth. It's about somebody who's dealing with someone in the family. Two people have been married, and then we have two people connecting. See, this is why. You got a person who starts making up excuses. This is someone who just keeps you hanging. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Anyone who keeps someone hanging or they have excuses, they isn't going anywhere. It's not long term. It's not going to go the distance. Yeah, you have an emperor here, somebody who's emotionally available. Wow. They want to talk. They want to connect. They want to make this connection. Some of you already have made a connection. But it's about just the two of you. Whatever goes on between you stays between you. So some sort of an agreement. Be very careful of anyone who tries to keep you a secret, though. Because that's another thing I'm seeing. See, there's a person here who, I don't know if they were dealing with someone in the family, or maybe it's a person who doesn't have supportive family. There's something about family here and who someone was connected to. But I would really, really be careful of anyone who tries to keep you a secret, where it's just what goes on between you. You know, it's about just being alone. Be careful of anyone who can't take you out publicly. But there is an ending. Ending to a committed relationship, a marriage, or with someone who just isn't right. I do see a person looking ahead, planning, preparing, but I feel this is someone who wants to be single. They're going to come back in and do the exact same thing. Okay. Yeah, so now we have the Empress and the Emperor going to make a connection. So that's the energy I feel of this other person here. Yeah, they're stable. I'm going to tell you about this person. This Emperor is more stable. They're not afraid of the competition, but they're taking action here. It's literally someone stepping in on this. Yeah, this is a person who's stable, but they both are. You see, this person's an Emperor, though. They've mastered all the energies of the King. So they're very powerful, a person of authority. They're very wise. They're structured. They have self-discipline. And they're going to speak truth. But one of these people, and they're going to probably tell you about someone here. Yeah. Whatever it is, they're planning, preparing. See, hoping for the best. They're coming in. They take pride in the way they dress, all the things that they do, their house, their home. If this person's a provider, the other person doesn't want to provide anything, even if they are. Like, they don't. But they also see what the Empress provides, the skills between you. So just watch out for a person here who... not just the person who tries to keep you a secret and they only come in when they want attention. Okay? And you can't go anywhere with this person. See, the Empress is nobody's little secret either. That's another thing. Know your worth and value. But there is someone who does. They see this. But it has to do with this other person. See, they're very much the same, but one of these isn't like the other. One of them is emotionally available, mature. They take pride in everything they do. And the other person's looking for someone more of what you can provide them than what they can provide for you. Yeah, and that's where I feel. So to me, it's somebody who's a bit of an opportunist. But I do see buying, selling homes, or maybe a commitment that's on and off. I don't know. But it's all about the Four of Pentacles. See, it's a person who protects themselves. They want their cake and eat it too. So you want to watch out. I think it's this person up here. They want to play the field. They're not ready to make any kind of commitment. But it's just be careful to this person, because to me it's somebody who may commit, but they're not really committed. And that's what I feel. Really watch out for that. The person who's fooled you before, that's hurt you. Okay? Or you're reflecting on that and going to apply it to this situation. But it's about not budging and giving in to someone until they make a commitment. Yeah. See, this is just interesting because these two people are very much the same. So they're like your type, or whether they are or aren't. The Emperor's more your type, especially if you're in the Empress energy. If you're in the Queen of Cups energy, I definitely see an ending to a situation. Some of you have been waiting for someone to end something, or a divorce to be over. Yeah, and then I do see that this person coming around, but it's whether this person will ever change. Someone here is never going to change. They're always going to have excuses. They're not someone you can count on. Take care. I wish you guys the very best, and we'll see you soon.